Chargers are not giving up Khalil Mack. No. Let's talk about the New York Football Jets. Let's talk about a team that plays tonight versus the Houston Texans. Let's talk about a team that has fired their head coach. Let's talk about a team that has taken play calling from Nathaniel Hackett. Let's talk about a team that has brought in Davante Adams, and now they have finally got Haason Reddick off of ending his holdout. A team that is still 2-6 on the season. A team that is currently on a 5-game losing streak. A team that just cannot get right. And that is the New York Football Jets. Right now, guys, the New York Football Jets are only averaging 15 points per game. And they're giving up 28 points per game. Everything that we're saying about the Jets is true. The offense is not clicking. The defense is supposed to be top-notch, but guess what? They're not. Since firing their head coach, they've lost 3 games in a row on a 5-game losing streak. So we got to ask this question, guys. Way or no way should the New York Jets have a fire sale before the November 5th trade deadline? When we look at the New York Jets, guys, they are the only team in the NFL. That's right, the only team in the NFL not to score over 25 points this season. With Davante Adams, with Garrett Wilson, with Aaron Rodgers, with Lazard, with Breece Hall, all those offensive weapons, they have yet to break 25 points yet this season. They are tonight playing the Houston Texans at home. The Houston Texans that have a really good defense, a lot of good names on that defense. They have not been playing up to par as of yet, but they're starting to get a little bit better. Stephon Diggs is out, so we'll see how they'll rebound right. But if they lose tonight, it'll be 6 losses in a row. 6 losses in a row. And at this particular point, after you lose 6 games in a row, there's nothing left else to do but to cut your losses for the season, right? Right? Well, let's slow it down, baby. Because after tonight, if they lose to the Houston Texans, that makes them 2-7 on the season. Then they play a Colts team. Then they play the then they play the Seattle Seahawks, both at home. Then they play the Dolphins, Jaguars, and Rams at home. The Buffalo Bills, the Dolphins to round out the season. Those are 8 winnable games for the New York Jets still. Those are 8 games that they could definitely win. I'm not saying they're better than the Buffalo Bills week 17 of the season, but the Bills aren't going to be playing very much that season. Let's just be honest. But guys, is it way or no way should the New York Jets have a fire sale before the November 5th trade deadline? Get everybody out. Guys, this is a way. This is 100% way. Because after they lose tonight to the Houston Texans, there will be teams calling about Haason Reddick and their other defensive parts, right? There will be teams calling about Davante Adams, Lazard, Tyron Smith, Mike Williams. What is the point of hanging on to these pieces that are just going to drag you down next season? What is the point of hanging on to these pieces that Aaron Rodgers brought in that clearly were not going to work, right? Guys, this is the way. They need to fire everybody at this particular point. Mike Williams, get him out of town. Allen Lazard, get him out of town. Davante Adams, see what you can get out of him, right? There's teams out there that can use Davante Adams and Mike Williams and Allen Lazard. They're probably willing to give up a 4th, 5th round pick. Jets need all of these picks to build their team because they're terrible right now. As I list all those 8 winnable games, they're not going to beat the Colts. They're not going to beat the Seahawks. They're not going to beat the Dolphins. They're not going to beat the Rams. They're not going to beat the Bills. They're not going to beat the Dolphins. Like, come on. The Jets might win 1 game for the rest of the season. Maybe, just maybe, versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. It is at Jacksonville, so maybe not. But guys, this is 100% way. So guys, let me ask this question in the comments below. Way or no way should the New York Jets have a fire sale after they lose tonight? After they lose. Says no, not the Jets, says Laura. No, not the Jets. We've got to talk about the Jets. And John says the Jets crash and burn away. Charles says Jets should tank and draft a quarterback. Well, see, that's the problem. Is they are trying to win and they're still losing. And I bet you once they try to tank and fire everybody, they're going to find a win to win. they're going to find a way to win. Or they're, you know, when people like are like trying to like lose games. So like I play cards with my son like all the time. We play tic-tac-toe and Uno and Chutes and Ladders, right? I try to lose and somehow I find myself winning like all those games. I'm like, what? Of course, he gets all mad. Oh, you suck, daddy, whatever, right? But if the Jets tried to lose and they tried to tank and draft a quarterback, which you're going to probably draft a quarterback anyways, or at least trade for a quarterback, they might start winning. So I don't know. James says, "Way, get all the picks you can get." Exactly. Devontae, listen. After this season, Aaron Rodgers is going to probably opt out of his contract and be a free agent, right? Devontae Adams going to get out of his contract. Allen Lazard, I don't know what his contract looks like, but he's not going to be really wanted in New York without Aaron Rodgers. Mike Williams, potentially, right? Mike Williams is kind of on the outside looking in now that Devontae Adams is there. Hassan Reddick has played one game with the Jets and had 0 tackles for like 9 minutes or whatever. He played. He hasn't done shit. Tyron Smith for the old Dallas Cowboys left tackle. They brought him over in free agency. He's given up more sacks than he's ever had in his whole career. Get everybody. Anybody that was a part of the Aaron Rodgers regime, get him out of town. Devontae, Lazard, Mike Williams, Reddick, anybody on the offensive line over the age of 32, get them all out. Get them all out. And Laura says, "Wait. Get rid of all of it and start over." Laura says, "Don't even keep anybody. Get them all out." I got a dumpster outside. Put them all in there and put a best offer sign for them, right? Wouldn't that be something if the Jets were to trade Devontae Adams to the Kansas City Chiefs? So not only do the Chiefs have Isaiah Pacheco coming back in a few weeks, they have D-Hop, and then they get DeAndre Adams since Sky's more out. Man, you all be really mad. Be really mad then. But way or no way, guys, should the Jets have a fire sale? I am saying way. Now,